Kwinestyon ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta bakit hindi kasama si former Speaker Martin Romualdez sa mga kinasuhan. Isang magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat mga kababayan at mga mahal po naming taga-subaybay. Ako po si Just Vlog. Rekta kagad tayo mga kababayan. Meron po kaming isi-share po na video sa inyo tungkol dito sa interview kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta sa programang The Spokes sa Bilyonaryo Channel with Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles at Attorney Edwin Lasierda. Mga kababayan, dito marami po kayong malalaman dito katulad ng bakit hindi na isama. Hindi po ba't meron na pong sinampahan na ng kaso ang ICI? Ilan yon mga kababayan? Kasama dyan si Senator Joel Villanueva, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, at marami pang iba. 6 po yon mga kababayan. 6. Dito mga kababayan, kwinestyon ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta bakit hindi kasama si former Speaker Martin Romualdez sa mga kinasuhan. At dito mga kababayan, kinukwestiyon din ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta si Senator Ping Lacson bakit gigil na tuntunin itong si Master Sergeant Gutesa mga kababayan at kumukuha pa ng mga CCTV kung ano-ano. Bakit nakakonsentrate siya sa kanya na tila baga lumalabas na mayroon siyang pinoprotektahan? Bakit si Gutesa ang kanyang ginigipit? Samantalang siya itong testigo, hindi yung mga ikinanta ni Gutesa. At marami pa tayong malalaman dito sa interviewing ito mga kababayan. Bueno, hindi na natin patatagalin. Panoorin po natin ng sabay-sabay ang bidyong ito.
And we are back. The name witness issued emerged after a Manila executive judge found that the lawyer's signature on Orly Gutesa's notarized affidavit was fake.
What does this revelation mean for the credibility of the so-called witness and Senator Marcoleta, who presented Gutesa to the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing?
Known for his straight talk and sharp insights on controversial issues, we are joined by Senator Rodante Marcoleta.
Welcome to this, folks, and
good morning, Attorney Trixie.
Minsan lang ho kayo lumalabas sa TV.
Edwin.
Malakas po si Trixie sa inyo. Maraming salamat ho at pinaunlakan niyo po ang
It's my honor. It's my honor.
Thank you for being here. So, kumusta naman, sir? Yung the RTC found that yung affidavit daw ay forged document. So, ngayon ang tinatanong is ano ang repercussions nito sa inyo daw? Dahil kayo yung nagpresenta.
Repercussions on me?
Meron siyang repercussions?
May mga ganun. Hindi, tanong lang naman, syempre, umiikot. And,
I'm surprised this is happening. Are they trying to create a mountain out of a molehill?
Di ba ho, and I agree with this, and other legal luminaries have also agreed that, notwithstanding the fact that the signature was of the lawyer, notary public was allegedly forged, he already sworn in before the Senate, di ba? So,
yes, he did.
Kaya, didn't that cure whatever defect there was in the preparation of the affidavit or the notarization of the affidavit?
I think so, because the guy presented himself before the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee.
Correct.
He took his oath, and then he allowed himself to be interpellated by the entire committee. But let's get back to the allegedly... What is that?
Repercussions.
No, the notarized, the forged, whatever?
Forged document.
The signature of the notary public was allegedly forged.
Yes.
If we can at least waste our precious time discussing this, you will have to believe and assume that Gutesa has the power to go to one office, get the notarial stamp of whoever is notarizing there, secure the dry seal, and then look for the last entry of the book of the notarial register or the registry para makuha mo yung document number, the page number, and the book number, and then sasaynan ni Gutesa. Are we able to assume all this, that Gutesa has the capacity to do all this by himself?
The other lawyer who also presented the same signature, the same forged signature, was Attorney Romano Macalintan.
Yes, at meron din akong nakuha, ganun din.
Exactly.
Yung signature, very, very close doon sa... So, ako, ang assumption ko dito, like the assumptions of many, if not all, pumunta ka sa isang lugar, let's say, the periphery of Quezon City Hall.
Correct.
Nandyan naka-line up lahat ang ano. Somebody will go to each one of these. I-present niya yung paper. And then, all the guy would have to do is, bigay niya yung papel, then wait for a while, hanggang sa natatakan na lahat yung papeles niya. And then he pays. No one would insist on, let's say, verifying, bago siya umalis, sir, ma'am, can I please ascertain whether you are the one who signed this? Are you the lawyer who signed this document? Yung po bang nagpapanotaryo, had all these things to do bago siya umalis. The notary public in this country has become a cottage industry. Wala naman talagang lawyer doon eh. I have always assumed that somebody, like in the case of Gutesa, was there assigned by that lawyer, whoever she is or he is. Maring hindi siya ang pumirma, but she or he allowed somebody to sign for him or for her. This is happening everywhere.
Sa totoo
This is
lang,
something that we should recognize.
sa totoo lang, kinagawian talaga dito yan eh. di ba?
Pagkatapos yung poor na tao, ang i-ostracize, and he will be discredited by... Paano why are we allowing, let's say, ourselves to be swayed into other direction? Gutesa is the most credible witness ever presented in that committee. Why? Gutesa has nothing to gain. Gutesa has everything to lose, including his life, and the safety and the security of his family. But the most important thing, Gutesa was able to connect the dots from Saldico to Martin Romualdez.
And that's the reason why there is pressure also now in the Senate to issue an invite to the House to ask former Speaker Martin Romualdez
And I
to
welcome that.
appear. So at
All
least,
the while, I've been thinking that that is the most proper thing for the Blue Ribbon Committee to do. Why is it that all the personages mentioned by Gutesa in his sworn affidavit, like a certain John Paul Estrada, and Mark Texay, allegedly the ones who are receiving the money and then counting the money in the house of from the house of Saldico in Valle Verde, then to be transported in his house in BGC, and from there, yung leftovers kasi like the one he mentioned that was December 2024. Sabi niya, ito po mine-mention ko special because this is pinakamalaki pong delivery namin. You imagine 46 suitcases. Each suitcase, sabi niya, as an amount of, let's say, 48 million. How did you know 40? Kasi merong label eh, sabi niya, yung post-it. And dadalhin po namin kay Saldico sa unit niya sa BGC. Out of 46, ang ibababa namin 35 at that time. So 11 ang naiwan, 35 ang dinala kay Martin Romualdez. Bakit hindi naman ipatawag si John Paul Estrada? Ba't hindi ipatawag si Mark Texay? These are the ones he personally knew, and sila ang nag-receive, sila ang nag-handle, sila ang nagbilang.
nakausap niyo na ho ba si Senator Lacson tungkol dyan? In the concern that you have that, why didn't you send yung pwedeng isamon yan eh, di ba? It's a
Palagi
subpoena.
yung sinasabi. Unang-unan, bago kami naghiwa-hiwalay, ba't hindi mo ako patawag si Saldico? Alam mo, sabi, nagtagal ka naman dyan eh. Don't you know the interparliamentary courtesy? He was preaching to the choir.
Of course.
Sabi ko, are we violating interparliamentary courtesy if we simply invite him? No. I invited Toby Chanko and
Correct.
I was the chairman.
And he appeared.
He appeared, and twice he appeared. Ba't ayaw mong tawagin? Ba't ayaw mong tawagin, for example, the initial 17 congressmen mentioned by the Discayas. 17 congressmen. Hindi man lang niya ipatawag kahit isa. And he himself mentioned 67 contractors congressmen.
Correct. In your late...
Nagpatawag siya. I'm not saying that we should not call the small fries here or charge them. They are all accessories to this crime. Pero wag naman nating pakaiwasan o pagtakpan yung malalaking isda na dapat nating matukoy dito.
Senator Marcoleta, it's just something that we mortals don't know how it works around the Senate.
Ordinary mortals like us.
Sir,
You're
hindi
not.
kayo.
Ito po, this is my question. No? The Senate operates as a collegial body.
Yes, sir.
So you're supposed to be discussing things amongst yourselves. There are two main points that I want to ask. Dito po kay Mr. Gutesa, you presented him right there and there. No? Was there a previous notice to the chair or to the others? Because you're working as a collegial body, did you inform them that I have a surprise witness? I remember that you mentioned it right there and there. Because my understanding of Senate rules, and because it's a collegial body, that you should provide notice to all the members so that they can aptly prepare for the closest case I recall was, if it's a very sensitive witness and you just brought him in, you will normally ask for a break, maybe 1 hour, and discuss it among the body, among the Senate Blue Ribbon, and then come back. And by which time, they would have sufficient time to prepare. Why wasn't it, I remember you asked permission and Senator Ping Lacson said yes, but as a general practice, don't you as a collegiate body inform each other? Let's say, sabi ni Senator Ping Lacson, meron din siyang surprise witness. Ano? So, binandero niya sa publiko, meron siyang witness. Hindi ko po alam kung sabay naka-adjourn kayo ngayon. Will you be meeting first to discuss sino ba itong surprise witness? I think, shouldn't he be obligated to inform the fellow committee members, Blue Ribbon?
First, to the initial question you raised, bakit hindi ako nagkaroon ng pagkakataon na i-discuss sa kanila?
Correct.
Kasi, nung na-meet ko si Gutesa through Mike Defensor, there was a little time. Hindi naman ako naniwala na may tao nga palang may gustong gumawa ng... Sabi ni Mike Defensor, i-meet po lang siya because for 2 months, hinahanap ka raw niya, nalaman ko through my emissaries here, ikaw ang hinahanap niya. Gusto lang niyang makausap ka because meron daw siyang sasabihin. Sabi ko, paano ito mag-aalas 2 na? Ang ano namin, ang session namin is 3 o'clock.
This was the day before ho ba ng Blue Ribbon?
Yes, yes. Hindi ko na alam kung anong date. Sabing ganon, hindi, we're in Manila. Kung saan mo gusto, malapit sa'yo para lang makita mo yung prepared statement. Yes. O can you go to the Seascape? Kasi yun lang ang alam kong malapit. That's 5 minutes away from the Senate. So pumunta ako. Okay? Doon ko nakita na, sabi ko, matindi tong statement mo. Are you prepared to make yourself available before the committee? Yes, sir. O sige, sabi ko, panutaryo mo. That's for my benefit only kasi hindi ako naniniwala na matapang siya talaga. I don't know him. Okay, so kung talagang buo ang loob mo, pumunta ka bukas sa Senate before 9 o'clock ng umaga.
Okay.
Sino kasama mo? Ako lang po, sir. Anong sasakyan mo? Sir, nakamotor lang po ako. Well, sa una, hindi ako naniniwala na malakas ang loob niya. So, hindi ko na sinabi sa kanila kasi baka ako rin, hindi ako naniniwala na darating siya. Gusto kong maniwala na buong loob niya kung darating siya. That's what happened.
So, sir, napansin niyo ba that yung testimony ni Gutesa ay pareho din dun sa, lalo na dun sa luggage, ay pareho dun sa testimony nung sina Bryce Hernandez
Mabuti napansin mo.
Henry Alcantara.
Hindi lang si Gutesa. Alcantara, Bryce Hernandez talk about the Rimowa suitcases. Sinabi rin nila na dinadala sa bahay ni Saldico. Nag-connect lahat eh. This guy also mentioned, about, putting the money in this, ganito, dinadala sa ganito.
Luggage,
sa ganito.
confirmed
Bakit
yung
hindi nila
luggage,
ngayon maintindihan? Ba't hindi nila
Same luggage
mapag-connect?
po yan? Same luggage ang ginagawa?
Mga ganun ang binabanggit
same
nila eh.
type
Sabi ko pa, how come? Sinong nagbibilang? Sila po, sabi niya, plastic. Ang isa pong plastic is 1 million. So, iniitsa-itsa lang na ganun.
So, sir, walk us through yung testimony ni he connected, kasi may kinikwento ko yung kanina, he connected the luggage issue, sir, yung narrative niya, bakit importante yung narrative ni Gutesa?
Napaka-importante ng narrative ni Gutesa because he was the only one who connected the dot from Saldico to Martin Romualdez. Nobody else.
Nasaan na po siya ngayon? Do you still have contact with him?
Wala akong contact sa kanya personally. Ang pagkakaalam ko, kinupkup siya ng kanyang tropa, yung mga Marines. Kasi ang balita ko, merong nagtatangka sa buhay niya. At I was also informed na nahuli nila yung gustong magtangka sa buhay niya.
Okay.
Sir, tanong lang, natanong niyo ba kay Mr. Gutesa kung bakit, kung nag-deliver siya sa Forbes kay Speaker Martin, allegedly, nag-deliver din siya sa Aguada? Tama
Sinabi
po ba?
niya doon sa statement niya, hindi lamang sa
Pero hindi
dalawang
niya
lugar sa
in-explain,
merong
Natanong niyo ho ba kung bakit ho dalawang
Oo,
delivery places?
Forbes tapos Aguada pa.
Hindi na, kasi nakita ko yung ano niya. Dahil nagmamadali kasi ako. Ngayon, ang nangyari pa, ang balita ko, kumuha ng CCTV si Senator Lacson para makita niya na kung sino yung sumundo kay Gutesa.
Sa CCTV po ng Senate.
Eh sabi ko, ako naman, anticipating that he might come. So sabi ko doon sa staff ko, pakitingnan mo itong taong ito, baka sakaling dumating kasi nangako siya na darating. But I'm not sure kung darating o hindi. So binigay ko yung pangalan. So na-establish nila sa CCTV, one of my staff fetched him from the guards area at pumunta sa
Senate ito, di ba?
Sa Senate.
So,
Ngayon,
bali sa pintuan ng Senate.
ano?
Sa pintuan,
Sa pintuan, kasi
pagpasok,
doon pa lang,
sa guard,
kasi maraming pirmahan.
You have to
So,
check in
para lang makapasok siya ng mabilis, kasi sabi ko, before 9 o'clock, nandun ka na. Question is, bakit naman si Senator Lacson, kung totoo yun kung totoo na merong CCTV, ba't kinakailangan niyang kumuha ng CCTV and spy on us? Is this the work of a senator?
But wasn't that already, the CCTV has always been there, so you can just track it, di ba? So there's nothing new there because it's always been working.
Pero bakit palaging siyang kumukuha ng CCTV? You remember the other incident? Meron daw contractor na pumunta sa isa sa amin and then na-establish pumunta sa opisina ni Senator
But wouldn't
Erwin
that be
Tulfo.
also just to make sure that everything falls into place, that the people who are saying whatever they're saying can be verified independently. And CCTV is a good basis
sir,
to say that you're telling the truth. Or
Ano
at
yung
least,
significance ng pagsundo ng staff
Ewan
ninyo?
ko
Hindi
sa
ba
kanila, pero-
common courtesy yun?
Parang
Mag-invite
magpipresent
kayo?
yata sila na pumunta nga sa opisina ko. Alam ka, kanino pupunta yung tao? Ako yung kausap
Witness
niya.
niya. Oh, yes, sir.
Di ba?
Pero so Senator Lacson is making a big deal out of this.
Sabi ko nga
siya
sa'yo,
na-
somebody is creating a mountain out of a molehill. Yung pagpunta ba ni Gutesa, kinakailangan kumuha ka pa ng CCTV para i-present mo. Why? Why are you doing that?
I'm confused. But when you say, bakit pa kukunin, you mean to say, bakit pa tiningnan ni Senator Ping Lacson yung CCTV?
Ganon yung gusto raw nilang gawin. Ewan ko kung gagawin nga nila yon. At somebody informed me also na may pumunta sa Seascape para makita nila na pumunta nga ako doon at siguro ilang oras. Siguro na-establish nila. Hindi ako talaga nagtagal because that was my promise to
Pero,
Mike Defensor.
with due respect, Senator Marcoleta, I think that's also part of the investigative process, just to confirm the veracity of the statements of whoever, not just you. It's also his way of certifying or at least verifying that Senator Marcoleta indeed did what he said.
Sana ganun lang ang gusto nilang mangyari.
Correct. But I think it's going to be a mountain, creating a mountain out of a molehill kung hindi to, kung palalakin pa. But
Yun nga yun eh. Aren't you supposed to go to the jugular? Sino ba yung gusto nating matukoy dito? Why are we fighting each other? There's only a common objective. Makakuha natin. Sino ba yung pinakamalaking isda? Sino yung tao na nasa likod ng napakalaking pandarambong sa kaban ng bayan? Hindi ba iisang ating layunin? Bakit kinigisan ninyo si Orly Gutesa? Alam mo, ang simple analogy rito, alam ko maraming nakikinig sa inyo. Si Attorney Trixie, tinip sa'yo na mayroong magnanakaw ng kalabaw dyan sa neighborhood. Ang ginawa mo naman, Attorney Edwin, yung nagtip, yun ang ginisa mo. Yun ang dinidiscredit mo. Pero you did not even take any effort na i-verify mo na yung magnanakaw ng kalabaw, nandiyan lang pala sa vicinity natin. Ganun na nangyari.
Perhaps his absence is making that a big problem for Gutesa kasi nawala siya yung last hearing.
Bakit siya nawala? There is a threat now to his life. Ito yung nangyari. Kailangan mapansin ng mga kababayan natin. Nung ilabas ko si Gutesa, wala nang tinawag na hearing. Kahit na naka-adjourn kami,
Ayun na yan.
nag-hearing kami. Nag-hearing kami. Merong mga briefing ngayon sa budget. Ako,
Okay.
maski nakabakasyon ako, I try my best to contribute and participate in most of the briefing ng budget. Bakit biglang inihinto yung Blue Ribbon? Napaka-importante nito. Nakasalalay dito ang buwis ng bayan na talagang dinispalko, talagang ninakaw lahat kung sino man ang mga hindi ko malaman kung paano ko i-describe itong mga taong ito. Kung paano nila naisip systematically nakawin ang pera ng bayan. Pagkatapos, nag-aaway-away kami. Samantalang ako, the only direction I wanted to take from the beginning until today, hindi nagbabago yun, I want to hit the mastermind.
Yun. So, more on this later when we come back from the break. Also, together with your comment on ICI filing of charges against 6 individuals.
Mga butete.
Senator Marcoleta, could you provide us your wisdom on your comment on the filing of the charges against the 6 individuals?
Who are the 6 individuals?
The 2 senators, Jinggoy and Joel, Commissioner Lipana, Undersecretary Bernardo,
Congressman Zaldico.
Saldico, and Mitch Cahayon.
Why was not Martin Romualdez not included?
That's through the ICI. Maybe you should ask
Because
the
they
ICI.
are trying to discredit Dutesa's testimony?
No, they haven't summoned
ICI pa
Gutesa.
lang.
So
Bakit
you
hindi
can,
nila isama si Gutesa?
the same reason why they cannot summon him in the Senate.
Yes, sir.
We're all looking for the mastermind, the
That
most
will-
guilty.
That will come at some point.
Is everybody looking for the mastermind?
Of
Parang
course.
kayo
I think everybody
We
should
should
be
be.
looking. Should be
They
looking.
should
We're
be, but it
supposed to be
doesn't
looking
appear to
at the
be so.
mastermind.
The Senate started
By the
off
way,
on the
this is
right
just
foot.
according to Justice Andy Reyes, this is just the first interim report nila
Yes.
on the filing. So, but let's just take it as it is right now. So, how do you think? Is this a good beginning? This is the start
It's
of
a
the
good
many
beginning.
charges.
It's a good beginning. Pero sinasabi ko nga, hindi ko naman sinasabi na huwag nating habulin ang mga sapsap. Ang palagi kong sinasabi, yung mga butete, yung mga dilis, okay lang yon. But let us not forget yung malalaking isda sapagkat sila talaga ang promotor ng pagnanakaw ng pera ng bayan.
May tanong po ako sa inyo, mauhupa ba ang galit ng taong bayan pansamantala kung nakasuhan si Senator Joel at si Jinggoy? Kasi ang sabi nila, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang investigation. No? So, do you think this will quiet down the public wrath for... I think this is just temporary, but ano po ang tingin ninyo?
I don't know kung mapapacify natin o mauhupa ang ng tao. Sapagkat ang nakikita nila, pagka mga congressmen ang dapat na sumalang sa investigasyon, lahat ginagawa para pagtakpan sila. I will start with the 17 initial congressmen identified by the Discayas. And then, let me go back to the 67 contractors, congressmen, intimated by Senator Ping.
Contractors, you mean?
Sinabi niya, I have a list of 67
Wow, that's-
contractors.
Ang dami.
Hindi ba kayo nagtataka bakit isa man lang wala siyang tawagan? What about the 17? Kaya nga gusto kong malaman, kung tatawagin niya si Martin Romualdez, make him appear before the committee. Para makapagtanong naman kami.
At sana hindi closed door, na?
Wala closed door yan.
Lalo magagalit ang taong bayan kung
Sa
iko-close
ICI.
Yung
door.
ICI,
closed
kaya
door
siguro
siya.
hindi masyadong naniniwala ang tao dyan because hindi alam ng tao eh. Ang tao, interesado sila. Why? This is their money.
Correct.
Alam mo yun, sabi ko nga hanggang ngayon naghahanap ako kung paano isasagot ko sa kanila eh. I hope I can bend the law. Why? Sabi nila, Senator, tulungan mo naman kami. Kami kahit na ganito kami kahirap, pinipilit namin magbayad ng buwis. Ganito pala nga niyan, kinapuntahan ng buwis namin. Pwede bang ilaban mo naman kami para wag naman kaming magbayad ng buwis kahit sa 2026 lang?
parang
What am I supposed to tell them?
Agreed, sir.
But it's
If I can bend the law, I will ask the BIR.
Pero alam niyo ho, mukhang nangyayari na because I understand from the reports of the Finance Department, the collection has gone down because primarily the people are so frustrated.
Hindi natin madi-discount yan kasi
Correct.
galit ka yung tao eh. But if I want the people, I want to please them. Pwede ko bang i-bend man lang ang batas? Kahit konti lang para mapagbigyan ko ito. Kasi nga, yung kanilang sentimiento, Attorney Edwin, Attorney Trixie, valid eh. Pera nila ito eh. Nagsikap sila. Luha, dugo ang kanilang ginugol dito. Pagkatapos makikita nilang ganun lang palang kapupuntahan.
Correct.
Masama pa ekonomiya. Masakit yung pagbayad ng buwis
This is a valid expression of anger because of what we've seen right now po eh. So talagang everybody is mad at that's why yung mantra, yung chant ngayon, ikulong na yan, mga kurakot eh.
O, tapos ang gagawin nila, para lang ma-sway sa ibang direction, si Gutesa ngayon papapanagutin. Anong malay niya? Binigay lang niya yung papel doon sa window nung kung sino man yun. Akalain mo yung lugar na yun, pinakunan ko na litrato eh. Alam mo nakalagay na paskil doon, Attorney Edwin, Attorney Trixie? Notary Public 24/7. Yung mga abogado doon, hindi na natutulog yun.
Oo nga eh. Parang
So,
ano?
Chances are, that lawyer, kung sino man yun, hindi siya talaga ang pumipirma ron. But he assigned somebody na pipirma sa kanya. And that is the violation in the notarial law.
But let's discuss moving forward. In the same way that you had a surprise witness, like I said a while ago, Senator Lacson claims to have a surprise witness. Isn't it your duty as a collegial body and as a member? I remember saying that in a committee, all our members and the chairman is not a master but a presiding officer. So what actions would you take to, at the very least, identify the surprise witness? Even para wala nitong gulo na nangyari doon sa hearing, parang would you like to ask Senator Lacson to...
I will ask the minority leader. Kasi ako, deputy minority leader lang. I will ask Senator Alan. Siguro, total, para hindi na maging surprise, sabihin niya na kung sino.
May understanding.
Palagi ko, may time naman siya na gawin yun. Hindi kagaya ko, na talagang tinitingnan ko muna kung darating o hindi. Kaya ako nagkulang ng time. Pero may courtesy ako dahil sinabi ko naman sa kanya ang circumstances before I introduce the guy before the committee.
My recollection of Senate rules is you can temporarily not disclose, but it cannot be, before at least there should be reasonable notice to inform the collegial body na there's this witness. Para at least lahat kayo handa.
Sana ganun ang gawin niya, di ba?
Maganda ko kung ganun sana mangyayari moving forward. Kasi hindi lang siguro isang surpresang witness ang lalapit sa inyo, lalapit sa ibang mga senador. Kaya mabuti siguro pag-usapan po
And
ninyo.
better still sana, magtawag muna siya ng kuku sa limbawa kung ayaw niyang mag-meet yung buong Blue Ribbon. Para discuss natin. Sa akin, aside from that, kailangan merong ground rules dito eh. Alam mo kung bakit ko pinipilit ang ground rules? Hindi ko na maintindihan itong nangyari nung panahon niya eh. Nag-hearing kami, darating si Boying Remulla, the Department of Justice, kukunin niya yung isang resource persons, dadalhin sa NBI, pagdating niya, merong supplemental affidavit. What is this? What is the arrangement between the Blue Ribbon Committee and the DOJ? And then silang dalawa ni Senate President Soto, pupunta sa ICI, makikipag-meeting doon, pagkatapos babalik sa... What is the arrangement between the Blue Ribbon Committee and the ICI vis-a-vis the DOJ?
Wala pa lang ganun.
Naghalo na yung balat sa tinalupan eh.
Sir, yung mga diskaya, sinabi na nila dun, speaking of ICI, sabi na nila dun sa ICI that they're not going to appear anymore or hindi na sila magko-cooperate sa ICI. Sa tingin nyo, mag-appear pa sila sa Senate Blue Ribbon?
I don't know.
But they have contempt powers kasi in the Senate.
So,
they should.
papatawag pa rin kaya
Kasi
sila?
siguro na, ito sa supposition ko lang naman, siguro nawalan sila ng interest dahil sa, sabi mo, they ask for protection under the Witness Protection Program. Ako naman, ang nalalaman ko, we can provide that because under the law, Section 4 of the WPP, they can be processed. Mag-apply sila.
Were they provided they were already provided protection, di ba?
Hindi nga eh. Kasi nung ako ang Blue Ribbon Committee, doon sa kanilang sworn statement, humihingi sila ng witness protection. So I, as the chairman, sumulat ako sa Senate President at that time, si Chis Escudero. Kaya lang hindi nagkaroon ng katuparan yon dahil habang ginagawa ko pala yon, nagkudita na kami. So ayaw ng pagbigyan ni the new Senate President
Right.
Tito Soto. Kasi kinukuha niya yung sinabi naman ng then Secretary of Justice that before they can be processed under the Witness Protection Program, they should do some restitution. Sabi ko, teka muna. That was re-echoed by the Senate President. Sabi ko, wala namang ganun sa
Bago yan,
rules eh.
bago yan.
Bago naman ata yan eh. O sabi ni Boying, hanggang sa nagkaroon kami ng konting pagtatalo, why are you adding a requirement that doesn't exist in the law?
Respectfully, Senator Marcoleta, I also feel that those requirements, these are procedural, these are threshold procedural requirements.
Yes, sir.
Restitution can happen either before or after.
Or after.
Because remember, every criminal
Not
liability
before, if we talk about
walang
the
rule.
application.
Where's the rule?
Siguro after, because that is the most...
I
Once
disagree with that
na-establish.
because all the in the case of the Napoles, that was also part of that. You were requiring because the reason why it is not a sixth element because number one, it's a substantive yan Procedural yung sinasabi doon sa discharge of a state witness. And restitution is not present in the way that is fashioned when you're stealing money. Restitution always happens, but not in the way like in the case of plunder. Not all cases are plunder, so that restitution will not be found in the general procedural rules. Kasi hindi lahat ng crime
But what standard? We understand pag after kasi fruits of the crime na siya or ano. But before, what will be the basis
Wala.
of your
It's
restitution?
a discretion of the judge.
No, but this one, nag-a-apply pa siya.
Hindi, wala pa sa judge. Wala pa.
Nag-a-apply siya kasi
WPP pa lang.
kailangan i-process mo siya under the law. WPP pa lang.
Wait.
Hindi
Dalawa
pa
ho yan
court.
There were two things, if I recall. One was protection, and one has to be discharged as state
As
witness,
state
which
witness.
is the most
WPP
importante
pa
sa kanila yun.
Hindi, ganito yan kasi Section 3, di ba? Pag ginawa mo Section 3, ito hindi siya kasama sa crime. Pero nag-a-apply siya ng witness protection dahil medyo mabigat ang testimony. But in this case, we're applying under Section 10 kasi kasama sila dito sa problemang iniimbestigahan. So, restitution, wala siya sa batas eh. Can you imagine the title itself of the law? It's witness protection and benefit. So to burden the potential applicant of restitution, unang-una, ilan ba i-restitute? Who's going to compute? Baka they will be able to abuse their discretion. Baka magkaroon pa ng corruption dito sa restitution because it is not provided by law. So sabi natin, ang totoo niyan, kahit na state witness na sila, if they cannot comply with the requirements, pwede mo naman sa tanggalin na sa state witness. But restitution will always happen at the end.
Well, we have different views, but anyway.
Hindi, kasi at WPP, we have not yet established the extent
Yes.
of the criminal activity.
Hindi niya
kailangan
aaminin sa'yo
tapusin
na
nila yan.
hindi po kami nagnakaw.
But the fact that he's applying to be state witness, obviously,
Probably an
There's
expression
an-
of willingness to restitute. Yun siguro yung pwedeng...
But I'm just
you have
telling
to,
you,
The
hindi pwedeng
objective of the law kasi,
retroactive din
kaya
na-
naman kailangan mo yon. Napakahirap naman na i-pinpoint mo yung isda na malaki. Wala ka nang makukuha ng ganun kadali. So, itong mga taong ito were encouraged to do that in order to help the state prosecute the bigger fish.
well, anyway.
So
Yun
your-
ang exchange niya.
Your vision really is to go after the mastermind and therefore the root of all of
Yes,
this.
ma'am. That has
I
been
think
my
that is
position
not the
from the
monopoly
beginning.
of Senator Marcoleta's vision. It's a vision of everyone here
Of course,
to go
but
after the
we're talking
mastermind.
about how single-mindedly
Yeah.
this is how he crafted. In fact, the way you conducted the Senate Blue Ribbon when you were the chairman was in order to get at the big fish.
I told that in my...
May tanong po ako sa inyong final question. Medyo we're running off time. Pasensya na po. Kung hindi mag-go all the way sa Malacanang, ano hong magiging...
What do you mean all the way?
Sabi, kung may posible bang mag-go all the way to Malacanang, sa tingin nyo ba, this problem will go all the way to Malacanang?
Hindi naman ganun eh. Ako sa akin, hanggang sa naabot pa yung ebidensya,
So, ang
di ba?
naabot lang kay
Ang sinabi ni
Romualdez.
Gutesa, si
Follow
Romualdez
the evidence.
That's the whole point. I cannot speculate kung saan pa
beyond
pupunta yun.
that,
Basta kung ano yung sinabi ni Gutesa, I'm strictly following that.
Okay. Thank you.
So, thank you very much, sir. May naunlakan
Ako
niyo
magpapasalamat
yung,
sa inyo.
At pinaunlakan niyo kami sa aming request.
Malakas sa akin si...
Oo nga, dinig ko nga eh. Dinig ko nga. So, Ano po yung final statement ninyo on this?
Yeah, sana ang taong bayan ay maging vigilant. Huwag po tayong maniniwala na dahil lamang sa sinabi ng abogado na hindi siya may pirma. Talagang maaaring hindi po siya may pirma. Sa kalakaran po kasi, hindi naman po ang abogadong po may pirma sa dami po ng mga notaryo publiko ngayon. Pero wala pong kasalanan si Gutesa. Wala po siyang capacity na siya yung kumuha ng dry seal, siya mag-i-stamp po kung Manila, kung Quezon City, at lalong-lalong hindi po niya magagawang hanapin kung ano yung document number na ilalagay niya, the page number, and the book number. Imposible na po yun. Kami pong mga abogado, nagkakaintindihan kami doon, kaya pinapaliwanag po namin mabuti sa inyo.
Huli na, sir. Tingin nyo matutuwa pa yung mga, anong reaction ng mga tao kung hindi naghihintay sila ng may Malacanang echo man lang tungkol dito sa sa corruption issue?
Basta ako po kung hanggang saan po aabot ang ebidensya. Ang nakita ko po ay si Gutesa ay isang napakabuti at napakamalakas na ebidensya na nag-connect from Saldico to Martin Romualdez. Hanggang doon lang muna po tayo. Kung saan po aabot lahat nun, Diyos na po ang nakakaalam noon.
Maraming salamat, Senator Marcoleta. So this wraps up today's episode. For now, don't settle for just one side of the story.
Because every issue has two perspectives, as you see today, and the truth may be somewhere in between.
I'm Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles.
I'm Attorney Edwin Asherda, and this is
The Spokes.